everyone, if you want to get inspiration, motivation, and hacks about life, career, and writing, this is the channel for you. I am ERRStories and welcome to Life Thoughts and Inspirations TV.
Hello everyone! I am happy to share with you na this coming 2021, I am planning on publishing more copies of my book, Hello There, David. And I will really need your support to raise enough funds for this self-publication. So hopefully you go be member of my channel and at the same time send your love by super chats and sending your super stickers as well. Maraming salamat po, and now to the video. Hello everyone! Welcome back to Life Thoughts and Inspirations TV. I am ERRStories, and for today's conversations with ERRStories, I am happy to share with you that we have invited Miss Kristine Peñaredondo. Kristine Peñaredondo is a Facebook marketing strategist who has managed and grew Facebook pages of top brands in shopping malls, lingerie, and dairy, as well as authors and experts in business, food, health, and education. Anne's podcast show, Pin to Top, is listed in Growth Mentor and FeedSpot as one of the top podcasts for Facebook and marketing for 2020. Wow, big time ang ating guest today. And apart from that, Anne is a published author of Small is Big, 5 Exceptional Small Things on how to switch from being a corporate junkie to a big-time online professional. In 2017, she co-founded Success Squad with Nins Mendoza. Success Squad is a mentor circle for aspiring and successful virtual professionals. So sa mga viewers natin dyan who's into, looking at being a virtual professional, this one is really for you. Anne has been named as one of marketing in Asia's rising 70 personalities on LinkedIn Philippines for 2020 and one of Fashion Planners ambassadors. She is also one of Manila Workshop's resident speakers and facilitators, as well as one of Marketing in Asia's contributors. She's been featured in Jomar Hilario's online show and book virtual careers, Wazzup Pilipinas, Astig.PH, Prime Influencers, Thrive Global, and the Manila Times. And today nga kasama natin siya sa Life Thoughts and Inspirations TV. Nagkabulol-bulol na ako, Miss Anne. Napaka-big time naman. And I'm so...
I should be good. I should be damn good after all of everything that you said.
Yeah, and I'm so grateful that you are here with me today. So, ladies and gentlemen, guys, Anne Peñaredondo. Hello, Miss Anne. Kumusta?
Hi, how are you? Thank you so much for inviting me on your show. I know you've had other big names in writing that are here. So, I'm trying to figure out why am I here. So, but then again, thank you so much. I miss you so much because Elydia and I we used to be office mates long time ago, and I'm counting like, oh my God, it's been a decade. So I'm old. But Elydia, thank you so much. Thank you.
I'll share na rin with you before we go on with our interview. Back then, when I was just starting, ikaw yung isa dun sa mga tao na really I look up to, because when you talk, when you share training programs, sobrang amazed ako. So,
oh wow, thank you so much.
This is such an honor. Ayan, na-reveal ko na ang secret ko.
Thank you. Basically during that time, you alam mo yung feeling na you're just doing your job, but then learning about that, thank you so much, because I realized that okay, I'm really on the right path, because as you know, after leaving the company where we used to work together, I still stayed in HR, and then after that, I said, you know what, I don't want to do this anymore. I want to do something that is based on my purpose. So thank you for letting me know that everything that I did before when we were working together mattered to you. So I'm so grateful for that.
Para talagang yung, alam mo yung love for work mo is super na nagbo-bloom every time you do the training. And
Oh,
I think
wow.
until now, even if you're in the virtual training, you're a virtual professional and in marketing as well, yung training pa rin talaga yun nandun kasi you get to train a lot of people. Pero hindi yon ang pag-uusapan natin today.
Yes.
Hindi yan kundi ang iyong book na super amazing. Yun. So, can you tell us something about your book? I think you have 2 or more books na, di ba, na na-publish. So, what's the story behind?
I guess when you write a book, it's also training, right? Because when you write a book, you are thinking of someone whom you can't reach physically, but with the advent of, both the old and new, no? Because when you write, it's either you can publish it yung nahawakan ng kamay, which is the physical book, and the ebook. So in one way or another, it's still training. Yes, to answer your question, I now have 2 books. I'm releasing the second one very soon. But the first one is it's called Small is Big. 5. I hope to remember the subtitle correctly because it's my book, so I remember that, no? So, Small is Big, 5 exceptional small things on how to switch from a corporate junkie to a big-time virtual professional. Oh my God, I remembered everything. So basically, it's a step-by-step book of how my journey was from transitioning from having an 8 to 5 job to becoming a virtual professional. I thought that maybe it's also my way of teaching people how to do the transition, because that's to me that was really difficult. And if I found it difficult, others might have, or they might be experiencing it and they don't know. So it's basically like the book says, hey, what you're feeling, what you are experiencing right now, it's normal, but this is how you should do it. The second book is coming very soon, and it's called Skipping Stones. May subtitle na naman siya. Ang hil ko talaga sa subtitle. So, 52 anecdotes to guide you on your virtual career forest. The second one is about basically what happened along the way. Kasi if you remember, the first book is about, okay, you're transitioning, okay, ito yung step by step. Here's what you can do. But the Skipping Stones, it's about what's in between. What are my thoughts? How I look, how I study marketing along the way, because that's my cup of tea right now. What are basically yung small stories here in the house, how in how I relate to people, how I learn from my clients. So that's what the second book is all about.
Wow, exciting. Parang from transitioning to really growing as a virtual professional. Oh, it's a must-have for virtual professionals out there. Lalo na yung mga nag-iisip, 'di ba, mag-shift ng career with this trying time and all. At saka guys,
yes.
Kung makikita niyo yung book cover ni Miss Anne, yung anecdotes, parang anecdotes. Yun. So,
yeah, pinipilit ko talaga yung pangalan ko kasi I love my name so much.
Ano ba yung writing style mo, Miss Anne? I mean, how do you come up with such a book? Kasi ito, self-help book eh. Medyo, personally, medyo mas mahirap siya compared dun sa fictional books. I mean, siguro kasi ako, I write fiction, pero I have not really tried self-help. So, how does it go? What's your writing style?
Actually, dun ako, before answering your question, dun ako naiinggit sa yung mga nakapagsulat ng fiction. Kasi they get to imagine things and then write them. Because I tried doing it before, pero hanggang short stories lang, hindi ko kaya. So, but to answer the question, writing style, I guess it's really more of just pouring out, to me, yung tinatawag nila na yung brain dump. I just put everything in writing, whether I type it or yung old style writing with pen and paper. pencil nga gamit ko eh. So that's how I do it. Minsan iba-iba. Kapag if I see something that triggers me, I write it immediately. Pag naman may mga panahon na sandali lang may ginagawa ako. So, ang gagawin ko, I'll just put the idea there and then babalikan ko siya. But then, the con or the disadvantage of the second one is if I forget it, then the idea is gone. Yung parang gano'n, di ba yung in the moment mo nawawala. So I'm really more of if I am triggered, quote unquote triggered, I write it away. And also to me social media has been helpful kasi I get to write eh. So in the last few years, maybe around half a decade already, I don't post photo albums or like, for instance, in Facebook anymore. I write more. So, minsan na lang, I write based on an image or based on a story, based on another person's story. So, that's how I do it, na napapractice siya. Although, sinasabi nila, Elids, di ba parang, kasi when you type particularly on Facebook, di ba, hindi yun right, hindi ka nakakapagsulat using the hands kasi nagta-type ka na. So parang walang masyadong feeling. But to me, I don't think about it anymore kasi napapractice ako. So, yun, that's how I write. I write at the moment, at most, I try my best. Pag hindi, I park it and then I go back to it.
Pero do you have, Miss Anna, parang a time of the day na you really allot for your book? Or kasi you're really into writing even for your clients. Pero yung time na this time is for the book writing, do you have like that? Or kapag talaga na feel mo, tsaka ka lang magsusulat? For the book.
For the first book, that's what I did. I set aside time. Once I said, okay, I'm going to release a book. So that's just one part of the whole equation. So, okay, I'm going to write a book. So with that is, okay, how am I going to do it? So what I did was, I remember that was May. That was my birth month. Birth month natin pareho, 'di ba? May. So I said, okay, 1 week we're going to allocate 2 hours a day writing for 1 week. Or I 1 or 2 weeks. I set aside 2 weeks. Sabi ko, the most is 2 weeks. 2 hours a day. No interruptions. So that means internet is off, phone is off, everything is off. So ang it's really me, my mind, the laptop and the time. So and talagang sulat lang, no edits. Kasi yung edit, that's another story, right? And sometimes it's a sin that we commit as writers. So that's what I did. And miracle of miracles, I finished less than a week.
Wow.
And then with that, I'm like, oh my God, I did it. Yung ganun feeling. Like, oh my God, I created a monster or something. No, joke lang. So that's how I did it before. With the second book, if you remember, I post stories every now and then on Facebook and recently on LinkedIn. So what I did, and I also have blogs on my website. So I said, you know what? This merits a book. So let's compile everything together. So that's what I did. Compared to the second book, compared to the first book, the second book is now, it's merely compilation. But then again, it still has it's still a different situation. Kasi like, okay, compiled. Okay, do I put it together? Do I segment all of this? Do I put it in categories or I'll just put it right there? Ganon lang siya. So I thought of the lesser way of, lesser way means less overwhelmed for myself. So I said, okay, let's make it, the approach is anecdotes. So you can pick any story for today, and then whatever you may either be amused and get entertained, get informed, or maybe you get to reflect on that particular story. So that's how I did it. Sa first one, I dedicated time. Sa second one, it's merely more of compilation. But then again, of course, the compilation took time. So ganun pa din. I set aside time na 1 to 2 hours, compile ka ha, ganun. Tapos, sometimes, which is, I'm not going to recommend to anyone. Minsan, umaabot sa point na, I'm already editing my own work. Kasi when, I'm just compiling na lang kasi ready na siya, diba? So, it's basically about copy-pasting lang the post. But then again, I sometimes found myself correcting what I wrote. So I had to write a memo to myself and tell myself, no, that's not the phase that we are having, where we are right now. We are putting together parang greatest hits. We're putting together your greatest hits. You stick to that. You edit once everything is done. That's why it's 52. Kasi you pick one story per day. Per week pala, per day. Dapat pala 365. 52. So, one story a week. That's how the second book goes. So, yun.
Wow. Ang ganda nung theme niya na 52 stories, anecdotes. Like, 1 week, siguro they get to read it on a Sunday. Tapos that would bring them all along up to first week and then next one and next one. Wow.
Yes.
Exciting. Oo. Pero backtrack tayo ng konti, Miss Anne.
Sure.
When did you realize na parang, gusto kong isulat to as a book? Yung mga postings ko and all.
Because for the longest time, I thought writing a book is not for me. It's for others. Like, if others, we think of Bo Sanchez, Francis Kong, even Brian Tracy, and even Paulo Coelho and Brendan Burchard. We're talking of the greats, no? And come to think of it, they're best-selling authors. So, syempre, may ganun akong thinking na maybe writing a book is not really for me. But then again, one of my mentors, si Mitch Miller, he's one of the best copywriters around na underground. He posted something on Facebook. It's a long form post of how you can publish a book. So, ang sabi niya doon, okay, disclaimer ha, you make yourself as a published book author. We're not talking of best-selling here. Kasi yung best-selling, kumbaga to him, that's another story for another day. Because, it would really need, kumbaga it would need more PR, more marketing. Ang goal mo is to publish a book, di ba? So, let's go there first. So, I read it because a friend gave it to me. And she said, Anne, you know what? When I read this post, I think this is for you because you write. And, you're really writing. You're really into writing. So, why don't you put together a book? And so, I read it. I read the post many times. And I remembered I even copy-pasted it on a document and saved it as a PDF. And I reread it again because I kept on asking myself, is this really for me? But then again, when I kept on reading that long-form post, it dawned on me na, oo nga no, maybe I am thinking too much right now. Because really the goal is not to be a best-selling author yet. We're gonna get there. The goal is to publish a book. So if that's the goal, I think it's doable. Right? So like you've had Wattpad stories before, maybe even now. And it's already there. It's already out. Now, technically you're a published author, 'di ba? Kasi and then the goal of becoming a bestseller, ibang usapan 'yon. Because that's the time wherein, you're gonna need more help. But anyway, I could be blabbering about it the whole day. But then again, when I saw that post, sabi ko, okay, this is doable. I can do it. So that's how it came about sa first book. Sa second book, malakas na loob mo eh. may confidence na because of the first one. And like what I said, the content is already out there. It's just a matter of compiling it. With that one, I thought, I don't think any person who is trying to follow or stalk me is going to, dig on my Facebook post and read it again. So I said, okay, let's give them the service of putting together the best posts that I think are best, and put it together in a book and then give it to them. Kasi, they can keep it or they can give it to someone. That's
Amazing. Amazing.
Grabe, papapatent ko na yan, mga words na yan.
Amazing.
Baka makuha ni Ann Curtis eh.
Diba? Oo nga. Ayan. Ang galing nun, guys. I'm pretty sure dami na natututuhan with this conversation. Pero Miss Anne, meron ka pa bang ibang tips for aspiring writers out there?
Wow. You just have to start small. I know this is a cliche and people might have told you this. Maybe even Elydia's previous guests have told you this, but that's just what I did. I just started small. Like what I said, when you write a Facebook post and you think it's worthy, then you're already writing. Read more. Read more books. Any kind of book. I'm not going to restrict you on the types of books that you read. You read as kung ano yung favorite mo. Can even read business books. The business books, fiction, non-fiction, whichever is you think you'd be able to, yung hindi required reading, yung talagang yung reading for pastime. Because if you get to read more, you don't only know words, construct sentences, nakikita mo din yung approach ng writer, how are titles done, how are chapters written, yung mga ganon. And of course, if you get to read, you'd also get to write. Ganon lang siya. Ganon lang yung give and take niya. Start small. You don't have to write good writings at the beginning. And of course, expect that one. Because in any kind of what we do in life, everything that we do first time, second time, third time is not going to be perfect. So if you're looking for something na, okay, I'm going to publish a book and then this has to be perfect, it's not gonna happen. You just have to keep on writing. Also, keep on attending seminars if you can, whether online or offline. Because I remembered one seminar of Carla Singson, because she's one of the best writers around from Davao. She's a champion debater in college, and she also wrote for the paper, her school paper in college. So talagang when I attended her seminar, she said, you know what, if you really want to write, you need to remember, the grammar stuff. Wala. Ganun talaga yun eh. Because that's how you do it. Whether in Filipino or in Tagalog. Or Filipino or in English, I mean. So, mga basic grammar sentences, basic grammars, transitional phrases. And like, oh my God. Sabi ko, nakalimutan ko na yon. But then I had to relearn it. So, every now and then, I still consult dictionaries, thesaurus. And right now, the best thing about being on the internet age is, even if you don't have a physical dictionary or thesaurus at your hand, it's of course online. And the one thing that I'm also going to advise you is, if you're writing, make sure you are subscribed to a grammar tool. Doesn't matter what it is, whether it's Grammarly or Ginger o kaya Linguix, whatever it is, you need to subscribe to those tools, because it's really going to help you edit your work. Yeah.
Wow, very, very comprehensive tips out there for our viewers. Ayan. Meron ka bang writing motto, Miss Anne?
Nako, writing motto ko, simulan mo lang.
Oh, correct.
Simulan mo lang. Oo, just start. Like what I said, it doesn't have to be perfect. You just really have to start.
Ayan. Siguro kasing iba, pero totoo yan yung iba kasing mga writers, yung gustong magsulat, alam mo yung nandun yung thought to write, but to actually write, yun yung nagiging, how do you call this? Nagiging gap between writing and the thought of writing. So, that's correct. Just start writing. It should not be just, hindi naman kailangang mabigat agad, big time agad, like Miss Anne. So, just keep writing. Ayan, ano yung mga future plans mo, Miss Anne, for your books?
Nako, ayan na. I saw in one of my dream lists that I've written 4 books. Like, wow. I'm halfway. I'm halfway then. So, when I saw that, natawa ako sa sarili ko. Sabi ko, wow, so I need to write 2 more. So, I guess I need to follow what I wrote. So, I hope to write more. Most likely it's going to be more stories and more anecdotes because that's what I'm good at right now. I'm also starting to think of writing, like for example about what I do, Facebook marketing for example, or social media marketing. But then minsan nauunahan ako ng takot kasi yun, when you write of those topics, mabilis kasi siyang magbago. Diba? So like if you're writing this now, this feature may not be here, let's say 6 months to a year from now. So it's hard. So I'm still thinking about it. Maybe if I'm going to write something on it, it's more about the basics, yung mga hindi dapat kinakalimutan na mga principles or approaches, because as you know, social media marketing is long term. I hope to do speaking because of the books.
Wow.
And write more and engage with more people because of the books, inspire them and make them act na, you know, writing is, I don't believe, right, make them believe and believe in themselves that writing is not something that's inborn. You can actually work on it. Because if people think that it's a natural born or it's in your genes, DNA, it's not true. It's just a matter of committing to it. Those are the plans. And aside from living a longer life.
For sure, magkakaroon ng mga writing workshops si Miss Anne. So,
oh God, I so hope so.
Yes.
Thank you for the idea.
Oo. Diba? Alam mo yon, pwedeng, writing workshop
we
for
should do it.
Mga ganon.
Yeah, we should do it. Because I've never thought of that. So you gave me an idea. Maybe you can work on something. So there would be more people who would be taking action on their on their writing, removing their doubts, their fears that they can't do it. Because minsan kasi yun lang yung kailangan ng isang tao, push lang talaga na hindi, kaya mo yan, gagawin natin to ngayon. And maybe we can work something out. Let's see.
So malay mo sa 2021. Ayan. Yes. Before we end, Miss Anne, amazing. Ayan, ipaka-copyright mo na yan.
Yes.
Any other message for our viewers out there? And sa mga supporters mo na rin?
Thank you again for inviting me here. Like what I said, you've had the best writers already on your show, and it's an honor to be one of them. Because I really don't consider myself as a writer, but then during the pandemic, I realized, oh God, writing is my first love nga pala. So I'm so happy I found that love. But thank you so much for inviting me on the show, Miss. To someone who's watching this right now, or maybe listening to this while you're doing something, if you think you want to write, you will have to bring in the work. It's not true that there are born writers. It's just that the writers that have come along before us and who are living among us, they've just taken in the hard work and the commitment. So if you want to become a writer, make writing seamlessly come out of your from the head down to the hands. You have to put in the work. Never be afraid to ask help from others. Never stop learning. Keep on reading and keep on believing in yourself.
Very true. Super tumpak, straight to the point, and ang dami-dami nating natutuhan in a span of, I think, 30 minutes, no? 20 to 30
Oh, wow.
interview.
Yes.
Sobrang ang bilis ng oras. Ayan. And guys, I will be posting also all the social media links of Miss Anne sa ating description. So for those writers out there, na for example, nakapagsulat ka na and you don't know how to promote your books, market your books, Miss Anne is here to help you out with your social media campaigns. Yan. Siyempre din sa ating mga startup businesses and a lot more, just contact Miss Anne. Thank you so much, Miss Anne, for your time. Ako personally, dami ko rin natutuhan. Yan. And na-remind ako magsulat. Medyo nag-stop ako magsulat, Miss Anne, for siguro mga 1 year na.
Oh!
Oo, kasi ano.
Time to go back. Time to go back.
Thank you so much. This has been ERRStories, and with me is Miss Anne. God bless you all and have a great day ahead. Bye-bye. Bye, Miss Anne.
Bye, thanks.
Bye, thank you.
Thank you for watching my video. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share to your friends. And yes, always remember Philippians 4:13, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Bye-bye!